Hey, I'm Cameron from FlightCentral. This video will just be primarily stalls and slow flight. I have definitely improved since this video. This video was taken probably around 4 hours prior to the amount of time that I have right now. So just sit back and relax and enjoy.
Watch what that turn coordinator does. Now I got bank left, ball right. 1 and 2 are decreasing and the numbers are going, smaller and smaller numbers. That constitutes your flight instrument check. Okay, let's put the second item in the taxi checklist. Okay. There you go. Get the power back a little. We don't want to overdo that.
Yeah, I was thinking, why does the power sound so high?
Because it's your fault, that's why. Okay. Now remember, where's the wind coming from here? 210, right? It's almost a direct tailwind, so you probably can just stick your stick forward like that.
Okay.
But you see where the 21's at? That's why we adjust that before we leave the chalk, so you can kind of get an idea where the winds are coming from. Helps you out a little bit.
We got a nice speed here.
Yep. Now most of the way down to 1.8 is more or less slightly downhill, so you'll find that versus going the other way, you don't need a lot of power, so you can pull power back even a little bit more if you need to.
I've got it about idle.
Yeah, and that's okay. Once that fuel pump's on, it'll keep running. If that fuel pump's not on, below 1,000 RPM, these engines will not, operate on occasion.
Yeah, I experimented with that in my simulator.
Uh-huh.
I was like, whoa, fuel pump does a lot for your engine.
This airplane it does. And some airplanes is strictly a backup, but in this airplane, when at low RPM settings, you really do need the additional pressure the electronic fuel pump provides.
Like, in my simulator, you could put the mixture almost all the way back and the RPM would hardly change, and then you turn off the fuel pump and it goes down a lot.
Now, of course, in the real airplane, when we adjust the mixture, you get about halfway back, you're going to see a change in RPM if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's just a little bit, but it's like more of a dramatic change whenever you turn off the fuel pump.
Uh-huh, as it should be.
Okay. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
See if I can maintain.
There's 40 knots. Back pressure. There you go.
And 60 knot picture.
Right.
That's a little high.
You were actually a little low, I think.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, the speed is a little high.
You're right about that. Okay. Put your wrist on your leg. Fly with your fingertips. Don't try to fly with your whole arm. It's less precise. There you go. Okay, through 650 feet. What do we do?
Flaps up. 75.
Is your ball in the middle over there? You need more right rudder.
Oh,
I got a hint for you. You need more right rudder. There you go. Okay, coming up on 900 feet, what happens?
landing light off.
Do it.
So that was 600 feet, the flaps go up?
No,
Correct?
650 feet for the flaps
650.
and 900 for the landing light.
Okay.
Okay, when you are being the Guardian Center, you can start your turn to the left here.
Right here?
Now we're going east, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll continue our climb to 2,500 feet. This is good enough. We'll roll out in this heading here. Okay, how would your airspeed look like?
It's 80.
There you go.
Within traffic. Flight 30 is PC-12, turning left base, slow runway 28, full stop distance.
What traffic?
Runway 28, another place. Okay. How's the ball doing? Is it in the middle?
Need more right
Remember,
rudder.
when you have full power in this airplane, you need right rudder to keep the airplane trimmed down.
Is that Perry?
Let's Perry off to your right, and if you look over the wingtip, there's the Ag Center. Right above the wingtip.
Traffic, Flight 30 is on final for runway 28, full stop distance.
Where are we going altitude-wise?
2500.
Okay. Remember, 10% of your vertical velocity is your lead for level off. So if you're doing 500 feet a minute, you start leveling off 50 feet prior.
The plane just wants to keep climbing.
Okay.
So where's Warner Robins?
To your left, over your left shoulder.
Really?
Yeah. It's north of us. We're south of Warner Robins right now. This highway you're going to see here in a minute is 341. Okay, how's your altitude doing? Yeah, remember, what controls altitude? There you go.
Speed.
Power.
Power.
What controls your speed?
The pitch.
There you go.
So,
That bird right there. All right, so, well, what
another
else?
one. Oh,
yeah,
there's a lot of
a
birds.
bunch of them right there, huh? So what altitude are you trying to maintain?
Going all
What
over the
controls
place.
altitude? That's it. You get a little more challenge today, uh-huh.
I thought A was the altitude check. I just
Yeah.
now realized, oh.
Yeah, didn't get that, did we? Okay, what I'd like you to do is to start giving me some S-turns, and I want you to stay at 2,500 feet, looking outside.
Oh, okay.
Notice how you let the nose drop there? Don't forget, when that stick's moving, the rudder's moving too. Once the stick stops moving, the rudder should go back to the neutral position that you were using for torque or whatever.
R1 Hotel Golf, are you direct Eastman now?
We're the direct turbo.
Okay, that's, yeah, 7 Golf Juliet. Roger, I wasn't talking to you, sir. Helicopter 1 Hotel Golf, are you direct Eastman?
Negative, we're still heading west as requested by Macon.
Helicopter 1 Hotel Golf, Roger. Tower just told me that they gave you permission to go direct to Eastman. You can turn there now.
All right, Roger, we'll go direct Eastman, appreciate that.
This is 124.2. I'm listening to Atlanta approach control. Out here it gives us better situational awareness of where traffic is located.
Just in traffic, Slayer 30 is the left base for runway 28.
Go ahead and continue the turn all the way around.
For some reason, I just now realized this thing does a good job of like showing you your turn, but the magnetic compass kind of like gets stuck sometimes.
It does. It gets stuck and has to catch up, which is why they designed the gyro-stabilized heading indicator there, which is a gyro compass, if you will. But it precesses, so every 15 minutes or so, you need to be in the habit of going straight and level for a while, letting the mag compass settle down, and then resetting it. Just like on the ground.
Hangar 7 Golf Juliet, contact Atlanta approach 126.97.
2697, we'll do Hangar 1.
Very little. We'll head away from it.
Magic 101, I called ahead, so far no reports of any turbulence.
Okay, imagine 101, Roger. Looks like we stay smooth up here at 10, we'll stick with that.
I imagine
Fly away
101,
from
maintain
the
101,
We're surrounded by rain.
then cross turbo at maintain 8.
Just a isolated droplets coming from that cloud over there. I wouldn't hardly call it a
Is
shower.
that rain?
No, that's just shadow and caused by the haze from the ground fires there. It can kind of look like rain, but I don't think it's rain at
Magic
all.
101,
That's not a cloud that's big enough really to generate much in the way of precipitation.
4,000.
You need something a little bigger than those puppies right there. Okay, real nice. I want you to go ahead and set me up for slow flight.
Okay.
So what's the first thing we do before we do a maneuver?
Turn the landing light on
Okay.
and clearing turn.
Okay, give me one to the right, one to the left. And maintain 2,500 feet.
Deviate a little bit right around the build-up.
Magic 101, Roger, deviation up. Which way do you need to go?
Yeah, we're about 20 right, and then we'll turn back left here momentarily.
Magic 101, approved as requested, unable to direct turbo, advising you're turning on course.
Glance out here every now and again, clear, you know.
Yeah, Magic 101, turning left back, direct turbo.
Magic 101, Roger.
Very good, we'll head toward that fire. Alrighty, checklist.
Gas. Fuel pump. Fuel valve. Good pressure quantity. Undercarriage is mounted. Mixture is full rich. Power set to 2,000 RPM.
There you go.
Seatbelts. Look under us, behind us. Windows, latches, and switches, strobe and landing, both fuel pump and cruise.
Okay. Go ahead and get your altitude back.
Oh. For some reason I thought we were low. Okay, and we're gonna bring it back to 1500 RPM. Main altitude. And we're in the wide arc. Landing. Just remember that right leg is connected to the throttle.
Traffic, Aero 7641 Juliet, gonna about
We're gonna bring it up to 1900 RPM.
Northwest gonna enter.
Okay, you see how fast we are right now?
Yeah.
Bring your nose up a little more. Pull your power back to 15 and leave it there for a little bit. You're gonna have a hard time slowing down like this. Get your nose up. You're kind of slowing, descending a little bit, and that little bit's now start easy. Really, get the nose up. There you go. No, don't be too nervous with it. It's not going to follow the sky. Get your nose up. That's it.
I thought we were supposed to do it at 1900 RPM.
Well, add a little power as we get a little closer. Now you can add up to about 19 or so. There you go. Again, power is necessary. Now just keep your nose up. You'll be in a position to fly slower. There you go. Good use of rudder there. Okay.
Switching traffic, Slayer 30 left that one for runway 28.
If you're a little faster, you want to pull a little bit of power back, 50 RPM or so. Let it slow down some.
Land approximately 611 Papa Sierra.
21 Papa Sierra, go ahead.
You want to be real careful with the slight descent. You lower your nose, you'll accelerate, then you'll have to slow it down all over again. Okay?
21 Papa Sierra.
Using rudder to keep the nose straight like you just did, that's good. So you're too fast right now, so raise your nose. So you lost altitude, you gained airspeed back, so get your nose up. That's it, now add a little bit.
County 0 Hotel Romeo to San Francisco, to maintain 4,000.
Get your nose up, so you're still descending.
4,000, Challenge 0 Hotel.
Get that nose up. There you go.
Tipton traffic,
A little bit better.
30 is the left base, runway 28, full stop, Tipton.
Now you're flying. Okay? Now don't let that nose wallow. If it goes that way, use right rudder. If it goes the other way, use left rudder. Keep that nose going straight. Now you're still descending, but you're at your airspeed, so you need more power. There you go. Okay.
We're still going down.
Well, what controls altitude? There you go. Keep your nose up. That's it. Don't, now you're stirring the stick. Just relax a little. There you go. Still not climbing enough, are you? So fix it. Add a little more power. See, now you're starting to climb. A little more of a handful when it's a little bit turbulent out here, isn't it? Makes you fly better, though. Okay. Now you got your altitude back, so you pull your power back. Okay. Give me a turn to the right. Real nice. And again, when you practice this out on the area solo, keep an eye on your oil temperature. All right, it can get warm pretty quick on a hot day. Okay, you can see we're descending still, so there you go.
Imagine 101, contact approach 126.97.
Okay, give me a left turn. Not too much rudder change.
Atlanta.
There you go.
I'm sorry, 101
101.
It really wants to go left, so you don't need to change the rudder pressure much.
Yeah, sorry, imagine 101, 126.97, we'll see you.
How's your speed doing? Listen to that tone. If it starts to go away, you know you're fast, right? So what can you do?
Helicopter 1 Hotel Golf, Roger. No observed traffic between you and East Central. Service terminated. Squawk C is far. Frequency change approved.
Or translate it into a climb to get your altitude back. Yeah.
Oh.
Breeze, easy now. There you go. Smooth inputs. All right, go ahead and recover. First thing you do, besides power, you gotta get rid of that extra drag. There you go, takeoff flaps.
And we're above 60, so cool.
Yeah, full power, bring the flaps to takeoff, okay? That's automatic. Okay, let's recover at 85. Okay. Real nice. We'll get a little more airflow through that engine, make sure the oil stays. Otherwise, if you were to do that, it'd top out pretty quick. So you kind of have to keep an eye on it. Slow it down. Okay, how's your altitude doing? Normally between maneuvers, we shoot for 19 or 20 on the RPM. A little bit of lift out here from the warm conditions. Not doing very good getting back to 25, are we? There you go.
Tipton traffic, Slayer 30 left downwind for runway 28 Tipton.
All right, what's the last thing we always do when a maneuver's done?
Landing light off.
And?
Fuel pump off.
There you go. Hey, give me a turn to the north. Okay. What power setting should we be at?
20,000 or
What altitude should we be at? You can roll out wings level. See? There you go, it's north-ish. Okay, yeah, 22,000 RPM. And, you know, and trim it up to hands off, because if you don't trim it up when it's stable to hands off, then the airplane won't talk to you and tell you, hey, if you're going too fast, the nose is going to try to come up, you'll be pushing on the stick. If it's trimmed up and you go too slow, you'll be pulling back on the stick to hold the altitude. So these cues kind of remind you that, hey, check your altitude. All right, prepare for an approach to landing stall.
Harry, you cop, Smoky 15.
clearing turn.
Let's just do a whole 180-degree turn back away toward Hawkinsville. We're over Perry right now. That's the 341 bypass down there. Okay.
Okay, fuel pump. Good pressure, good quantity. Undercarriage is mounted. Mixture is full. Power set to 2,000. And soft landing, both fuel pump and cruise.
Very good.
And we have to check our seatbelts. Look behind us. Now we're done then.
Last time was S.
Strobing landing.
Well, if you actually already got that, so you're good. Now you're done.
Kind of hit.
You got that out of order a little bit. Yeah, I got you. Okay, I want you to do an approach to landing stall for me.
Okie dokie. Bring this to 15.
What's your speed? There you go.
Under 60.
No, we're not stalling it yet. Remember, full flaps, approach to landing stall.
Oh yeah, we...
Okay, let's go ahead and accelerate. Let's reset the maneuver. Let's try it again. Bring it back to 2,500 feet. Full power. Let's recover. Come on. Come on, you got to know those procedures.
At 60, you just catch the...
Well, you know, when you're in the wide arc, remember, hit the wide arc, go to full flaps. Okay, there you go. A little bumpy. All right. Let's start that again.
LC gone, center?
No, you got that done.
Okay. Bring it to 15. Wide arc. Take off.
No. All the way down, always. We do takeoff flaps only on the patterns, traffic patterns.
And
okay.
Catching 60.
And what happens to the power?
Idle.
Now you got something going.
Now we simulate that we screwed up.
Okay. A slight right bank. Get the wings level. There you go.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And simulating that we're extending it.
No.
There you go. Take off. Nose up. And 60. There we go.
Okay.
We're gonna get our...
We're looking for VY now, 75 knots. Don't forget your rudder. When you apply the power, you need rudder. Okay. Now we'll go back to 2,500 feet. Get back, come on. There you go. Okay, we'll consider that LC Gumps is still done. Let's do a turn to the left and clear. Look below us and around us, make sure we don't have anything else. Good recovery, by the way. Again, it's a multi-step process. It's power, bringing the wings, level the wings, bring the nose to the horizon, flaps to takeoff. When you have a positive rate of climb and 60 to 70 knots, flaps up, climb at 75, just like you did.
Just 90-degree turn?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
We're just kind of heading out this way. Normally we do 290s, but we're going to go ahead and do this in the interest of time.
Okay, so we're going to bring the power back to 15.
Okay.
Wide arc. Maintaining altitude. And 60. Oh, we're really low.
Remember, when you hit pull it and drop it to 60, that power comes to idle.
And
Keep the wings level.
we're over some water, so I'm not going to do it right now.
Don't worry about it. Just when you're ready.
Okay.
Wings level.
There we go. Take off. Nose up. Above 60. Up.
Notice how off-center your ball is? You totally forgot about your rudder on that recovery. You didn't use it at all, and that nose went zoop, that way.
Left downwind 18 pair.
Remember, that right leg is connected to that throttle, especially at slow speeds.
Ferry traffic, Smoky 15, left downwind 18, Ferry.
Okay. Give me another one. This time, remember to use your right leg.
Okay.
Ferry traffic, Smoky 15, left base 18, Ferry.
Here, I'm going to turn a little bit because the wind's coming from that angle.
It shouldn't affect you once you're in flight like this.
Kind
but
of making our...
Okay, well, head into the wind then. Don't go crosswind or downwind to it.
Okay.
Into the wind would be a little bit better, I think.
Turn 5, 18, Ferry. Ferry Unicom, Smoky 15, you copy?
Gotta look out for birds today. They're everywhere.
Yes, they are.
There we go.
Okay.
So bringing it down to 15.
Remember, you gotta get your nose up.
Yeah.
Number 0, Hotel Romeo, descend upon us, discretion, maintain 2000, report field in sight.
Send to 2000, report Perry in sight, sailing 110, Hotel Romeo.
Approaching 60 now. Power.
And... Oh. We're above 60.
Oh, well, what controls airspeed? Pitch, but there you go.
There we go.
All right. Use that rudder, keep that nose straight. Don't let it wander. Stick there.
Jet card 626 with you, out 14,000.
Rudder,
What's that? Go.
Record 626.
I didn't know if that was the stall or not.
It was.
8, descend to maintain 10,000, 10,000.
Get the nose up.
3008 and down to 10,000, jet card 626.
Okay, I have the flight controls.
You have the flight controls.
Take a break here for a second. That landing light, clearing turns, and a quick left turn left and right. Come back to the right. Bit of lift off these fields here.
Romeo Perry in sight, like to cancel line for us.
Okay.
Sky 0, Hotel Romeo, roger, cancellation not far received, no observed traffic in area, and squawk CFR, frequency change approved.
Okay, got fuel pump, fuel valve, good pressure quantity, undercarriage down welded, mixture's full rich. Power set to 19. I've got seatbelts, loose items secured, windows, hatches, doors, strobe, landing, both fuel pump flaps are up. Okay, approach the landing stall. Thank you. Approach the landing stall, back to 15.
Record 66, descend to maintain 6.
If the turbulence is trying to wander my nose around like this, I fix it. I use my rudder. Rudder's all about which direction you want your nose to go. And the wide arc, full flaps. Looking for approaching 60. I'll wait till I'm at 60.
Northeast will be inbound
Okay.
for 45 for a left base runway.
There's my 60. Power's coming to idle. I got full flaps. And I've set about 2/3 ground, 1/3 sky, cutting the prop about right through there. And establishing pitch controls airspeed. Okay.
Hey, it's Brad, man. How you doing?
Everything's looking pretty good. Got my airspeed under control. Now we're going to simulate stretching the glide. Bring the nose up.
I'm in Charlotte all day.
Slowing down. If I need to adjust my heading with my rudder, I do it.
Oh, man, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, airspeed coming up on the stall.
Gas, let me have to. I'm in a hurry.
There's the stall, full power.
I appreciate it.
Flaps to take off. Bring the nose to the horizon.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Right rudder. See? Notice my nose hasn't changed direction. Looking for 60 to 70. There it is. Good climb. Flaps coming up to 7 to full up and looking for 75 now. There's my 75. Crack the nose back up. The 75 climb picture. Regain my altitude. Pull my power back and lower my nose. Did you catch all that? Again, rudder use is real important in these slow flight and of course in the stall series. Now I'll trim this bad boy up. There we go. Okay. Put your water away. Okay, and of course the last things we do, turn the landing light and fuel pump off for me, please. There you go. All right, you have the flight controls?
I have flight controls.
You have the flight controls. All right, show me a turning stall.
Okay.
Atlanta 93 Kilo Whiskey Airborne, Milledgeville southbound.
All right, we got to do LC Gumps first.
Squawk 3141.
3141, take it.
Base.
Okay.
Stall.
So we start the maneuver with LC Gumps.
Oh.
Check car 66, contact Atlanta approach 128.57.
Okay.
2857, jet
Whoa.
626.
Hawker 93 Kilo Whiskey's radar contact 5 miles southeast of Milledgeville Airport. To Mike Romeo Oscar Charlie Airport via direct hailer, then is filed. Climb maintain 10,000, 10,000. Expect follow up 380 in 10 minutes.
Okay, as filed, it's Taylor as filed 10,10,000, 380 in 10 minutes.
Good pressure, good quantity.
Out of 4,200 to 10,000 this time, 93 Kilo Whiskey. Thank you.
Hawker 3 Kilo Whiskey.
Oh, what you want to do is turn that down. Okay, go ahead.
It's like, why isn't it working? Okay. Mixture. Power. 2,000. And seatbelts. Behind us. Strobe landing, both fuel pump and cruise.
Okay.
Turning is. That's the base stall?
Yeah, base
okay.
to final stall. Don't descend. Remember, this is not a descending maneuver. You're in the white arc. Do what we always do. Start your turn.
123.95. 2395.
You want to start adding back pressure right away. Go to idle. Keep that nose up, because if you don't, it's going to descend and you'll have a hard time getting it to stall. Keep the bank in there. Let the back pressure come in. There you go.
There
Wings
you go.
level. Rudder, wings level.
And
Alrighty, is the maneuver over? Yeah, very good. Okay, I have the flight controls.
you have the flight controls.
I have the flight controls. There you go. Just back over here toward Perry a little bit. Away from all this turbulence. Okay, I know where I want to go. Alright, Cameron, you're having a hard time today with your rudder usage. Remember, when you add power, especially when you're high angles of attack, you've got to add that right rudder, because that nose is going to go like that for you, and it's going to cause troubles. So, and I think familiarity with the maneuver, the turbulence isn't helping. You know, you're kind of a little bit distracted by that, but you want to do the thing correctly, but you need to know the procedures to do that. All right, so here we are at 2,000 RPM. Go ahead and the landing light on. I just completed a clearing turn. Fuel pump. Valve, good pressure quantity, undercarriage down welded, mixtures full, rich, powers 2. Got seat belts, loose items, windows, hatches, doors, strobe, landing, both, fuel pump, flaps are up. LC Gumps complete. Alright, now, again, I'm going to go to 1500 RPM. In the green arc, full flaps. I'm going to roll to 30 degrees of bank, this time to the right. Pull the power to idle. And outside, I'm going to slowly bring the nose up as she turns. There's the stall, wings level, power, flaps to takeoff. Bring the nose back up. Flaps up. You notice we've lost no altitude. In fact, we gained a little bit in this maneuver. There's my 85, powered her back to 19. And we're good to go. I'm going to simulate turning a landing and the fuel pump off. We'll leave it alone for now. Looking at our clearing. Okay, you have the flight controls?
I have flight controls.
You have the flight controls. All right, give me a turning stall to the right.
Back pressure.
Make sure power's on idle.
Clear traffic 00, header runway is clear, runway 18.
There it is, left rudder, you got to roll wings level. There you go. You're not bad.
I was thinking right rudder, so at first I did the right rudder, and then you said left rudder, I was like, okay.
Power, power, don't forget that. Okay, so you made a good observation there. You used, initially you're thinking right rudder with the pressure power, but you needed to roll it back left, didn't you? Well, rudder's a very effective tool for helping you roll wings level. So on a right bank turn, if it doesn't want to straighten itself out, you've got to help it with stick and a little bit of rudder necessary. All right. The key important thing to remember, of course, is the use of rudder. All right. Let's complete our maneuver. There you go. Okay, make a right 180-degree turn, and let's start a descent at 500 feet a minute. Okay. Roll out on this heading. See that green field over there? That crop circle to the left is going to be our turns about a point practice area. It's a real good one to use to start with. But we want to get down to about 1,200 feet. So what's the first thing we always do prior to any maneuver?
Elsie guns.
All right.
Being light. Clearing turn. We just did that, right?
Yeah.
Gas. We have fuel pump. Good pressure, good quantity. Undercarriage, mixture, power set to 15 because we're descending.
Yeah, you can go ahead and pull it to idle. We need to get on down, and the engine's cool enough, I think.
Okay. And seatbelts underneath us.
Okay.
And switches, strobe landing, both pump and cruise.
Okay, good. Now, we're going to fly over our intended area of maneuver, and we're going to clear it. That's part of the clearing in LC comps when you're doing a low altitude or, maneuver like this. You see where that little strip of turf, of trees kind of stick out where we're headed to right now? We're going to fly across our area, and we'll make a 360 around it while we descend. And we'll be looking for obstacles here as well. Now, which way are the winds coming from?
Certainly. Any particular you want to start that?
210. So we're setting up the way we want to. We're setting up an entry to downwind. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a racetrack back around, and we're going to set this whole maneuver up coming in from downwind so that our first turn is at the highest ground speed, which means what?
Going this way.
Yeah?
Oh, like we have a tailwind.
Right. Very good. So what does that mean to you as far as maneuvering goes?
We're going to use more bank.
Exactly. Bank and ground speed and bank are connected.
So you
Okay, we're at 1,200 feet, so bring your power back up. So, we'll go ahead and, for the sake of time, we'll continue this maneuver. Okay, see that road that runs around the perimeter? You want to get the airplane to fly over that road. So you see how you're trying to be blown? No, that's too much bank. You don't need to get, the tendency is to get in too tight. So you don't want to get too tight. Normally, no more than about 15 degrees is needed. But now, right now, do you have any, the winds are trying to push you this way, but they're not really making you bank anymore because your effective crosswind is 0. Now, which way are the winds coming from now? Yeah, this way, right in here. So what kind of wind are we getting, turning our tailwind into? Headwind, right?
Yeah.
What's happening to your ground speed?
Going down.
So what happens to your bank?
Less bank.
Well, then do that. There you go. That's it, less bank. Okay. The bank is constantly changing to account for the winds. Now, as we continue this turn here, what's going to happen to our ground speed?
It's gonna go up just a little bit.
Right, so we need a little more bank. And then when we do the second half of this turn, what's going to happen to our ground speed?
Like over here?
Yeah.
It's gonna go up.
Quite a bit, right? So we're going to need more bank to stay in position, are we not? Well, do it. More bank. Come on, more bank. So you're going to get blown wide if you don't. Now, you can start shallowing that bank out. Shallow it out, like that. Okay. Now don't let yourself get blown too wide now. So what do you have to do? There you go.
50 Heavy, do you want to vector southwest of Robbins, or do you want to just fly
That's
there
it.
with your own navigation?
Now you don't need so much bank because you'll get in tight. You don't want to do that.
Below the clouds, we'll call visual on the field, we can kind of take it.
Okay, very good. We'll plan that.
You need a very shallow bank in here because you're going into a headwind. Okay, I'm going to let you fly this circuit. You tell me what you're thinking, okay? And I'll just sit here and enjoy the view. And I'll poke you in the ribs every now and again if you don't do it right. How's that? No? Okay. All right, tell me what you're doing. What you're thinking.
I'm flying.
Yeah, I think you're flying. You know, last time I checked, yeah.
I have to use more bank.
Yeah. But, okay.
A little less.
What's your ground speed going to start doing here?
A little more.
Yeah, it's going to increase.
Making altimeter 3007.
Don't stare over there. Look at here most of the time and just glance at your course change. Most of it's out here. Okay. What you thinking about here?
I'm going into a headwind.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a little inside.
So, how do you fix that?
I level out my wings a little bit.
There you go. Exactly right. So you got in a little too inside, so you had to roll out too much, didn't you? What are the winds trying to do to you here?
Push this wing over.
So you want to counter by less bank, and then as we transition to a tailwind, what has to happen?
We have more bank.
There you go.
Experimental glass air, off Perry, Georgia. Destination is Gainesville, Georgia, Gulf to Lima.
And how's your altitude doing? Keep out here and watch your pitch. Yeah, plus or minus 100 feet. Now shallow your bank a little bit here. We have a tendency to get in too tight in this part of the circle. Remember, your winds are dropping off as you turn them from a tailwind to a crosswind. Shallow out your bank a little. No, it's too much. There you go.
50 heavy, descend to maintain 3.
Leave it kind of shallow because we don't really have a headwind at this point. Now we're transitioning to a headwind, so even less bank.
Glass Air 5, Charlie Lima, radar contact a mile northwest of Terry, making altimeter 3007. What will be your cruising altitude to Gainesville?
All right, you're about 100 feet low, so let's fix that while we're doing this, okay?
Cruise to Gainesville at 5,500.
5 Charlie Lima, roger. Verify leaving 1,400.
5 Charlie Lima, affirmative.
I'm gonna get some water real quick.
What's that?
I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Finish the maneuver first. We'll finish the down one, we'll exit toward Perry.
Okay.
Watch your pitch. Dropped your nose there. Okay, let's head toward Perry. We'll stay at 1,200 feet. I have the flight controls.
You have the flight controls.
I have the flight controls. Go ahead and get yourself a drink. Do you remember what the rules say about how low you, how high you should be over populated areas?
1,000 feet over ground level.
Right.
About over the highest building or whatever.
Right. So we're going to at least go to 1,400 feet here instead of 1,200 because we know the terrain's about 400 feet above the ground.
We have an approach request.
Okay. All right. You have the flight controls.
Go ahead with your request.
I have flight controls.
Take us back to the airport.
And we would like the VOR-23 into Macon.
31 Victor.
I don't know where the airport is.
Request.
Okay, we're going in the right direction.
Okay, very good.
Just take a southerly turn and come in from this side.
Here, swap to the right frequency.
Right here?
Yeah, hit that button. Now turn the volume up. No, wrong radio. Bottom radio.
This?
Yeah.
Automated weather observation 20460 Zulu weather wind 210 at 10 gust 17 visibility.
Okay, so 210.
Which runway?
18.
Okay. All right. So what else do we need to get done?
LC gumps.
Okay.
We got the landing light on. Carburetor. Gas. Fuel pump. Fuel valve. Good pressure, good quantity. Undercarriage mixture. Power set to 2000. Seat underneath us, behind us, and switches strobe landing, both fuel pump and cruise.
Where's the airport at?
Right there.
So how are we going to enter the traffic pattern?
We're going to enter at a 45 to the, whatever that is called.
Downwind? Left downwind for 18?
That downwind?
Left downwind. Yeah.
Wait, we would have to go over midfield, right?
No, that's for the other runway.
Wait,
We're landing this way. This is downwind. Okay?
That's north.
Yeah. But we're landing to the south. Downwind is opposite the direction we're going to land, right? We're going to come across the runway numbers at that north end as we're landing toward the south.
Okay.
Okay. So we're a little too close. What's our altitude right now?
Oh.
So are we going to make it from here, or do we need to do something different?
We're just going to spiral down just a little bit.
Okay. Think you ought to let somebody know we're doing that?
What do we say?
Well, what do you think you should say?
Down in 116 Charlie Lima is descending to 1,200 feet.
Traffic, air 7641 Juliet.
All right, let's make a right turn out here and go to 1,200 feet. What you want to tell them is, once we get out here ways and come back, then we'll set up for a proper 45-degree entry to the left downwind for runway 18. So you want to tell them Perry traffic, Diamond 116 Charlie Lima is entering 45, is on the 45 entry leg for left downwind runway 18, Perry. Okay, coming up on our altitude, what should our power be?
20.
Okay. All right, so what do we need to do now? Which way is the airport?
That way.
Well, let's go that way. Get her back to the airport. And so, talk to somebody. Let them know you're here so you don't hit them.
Okay. Perry traffic, Diamond 116 Charlie Lima is entering the 45-degree downwind leg for runway 18. Perry.
Okay. Okay, LC comps is done. If you'll see this road out, see that road out there? The double highway run right there? Just on the other side of the Guardian Center. We're going to turn to fly down this road right here. You'll see a road out there in the distance, is what you're looking for. So complete your turn, watch your altitude, looking for traffic over there, and make your radio call again. Tell them you're at midfield, left downwind 18.
Midfield?
Left downwind 18. Perry traffic, Diamond 6 Star Lima. Midfield, left downwind 18, Perry. Okay, line up on that road there. Okay, do you see the numbers out there? Look to your left. See the 18 symbol?
Yeah.
We power to 15.
Wind 16, full stop, clear now.
Yeah, I was like,
get your nose up.
We're going a little fast.
Well, we are a little bit fast. That's the problem. Keep your nose up so we don't descend. We've got to get into the wide arc. Okay, wide arc, what do you do? There you go. One at 70 knots, lower your nose. Lower your nose, 70 knots. You got to glide. You have the flight controls.
Okay.
Okay. Turn your left. Make your left base call.
Okay. Perry traffic, Diamond 116 Charlie Lima is left base for runway 18, Perry.
There we go. Okay, now we're back in the pattern. Pitch for airspeed. What's our airspeed look like? Power's a little bit low. Power should be at 15 here.
There we are.
All right, looking out there. No, you're angling in toward the runway. You don't want to do that. There you go. Okay, fix that. That's good. Nobody on final.
Okay.
Okay. Start your turn to final. You're going to need to slow it down here a little bit, so that and go to full flaps. When you go to full flaps, you're looking for 60 knots, so you pitch for 60. Don't try to fly with your whole arm. Put your wrist on your leg, fly with your fingertips. There you go. Pitch for 60.
Should the power be at idle?
It should be, but we're going to be a little bit drugging because we got the flaps too soon. Notice you got a wind trying to push you that way from 2-1, so you're having to crab a little bit on final. Okay, we're starting to get a little feel. Look at your airspeed. It's kind of decaying and all that. So let's add some power. Add some power. A lot of power. Come on, let's get it back up to normal glide path. Okay, now pull your. Wait a minute. Okay, now pull your power to idle. Lower your nose, of course.
We didn't do the final call.
All right, I got the airplane.
Okay.
Flight controls.
Yeah, flight control.
Perry traffic, Diamond 6 Charlie Lima is short final 18, full stop, Perry. Okay. Kind of a bad approach, and I probably should have just demonstrated the whole thing for you because of the winds. Okay, slight wing low, a little left rudder, counteract the weather vaning tendency. Hold it off, keep the wings level. And we're down.
That was a soft landing.
Yep, a little wind, aileron, so slow down. Notice how I'm putting the stick into the wind there because I don't want that wing picked up. I got the stick full back. You see, we don't need any brakes. Blowing itself down real nice here. You can open your window if you like. Yourself a little ventilation. Fair traffic, Diamond 6 Charlie Lima is clear of runway 18 at Bravo, Perry.
Okay. Landing light off.
All right. Both strobes too.
Fuel pump?
Oh yeah, you don't want those strobes in people's. Oh God, no.
Oh.
Leave the fuel pump on the ground.